When I tell people I'm going to see a Depeche Mode show or I'm interviewing Dave Gahan, they say, oh, some people say, oh, they were big in the 80s, and they don't even realize that you're still doing arenas and stadiums.
Right,
right.
right.
How have you been able to keep that, you know,
well, we always,
that momentum?
We've always sneaked in the back door, you know. It's like our music has always been on the outside. And, you know, we have always kind of maintained that. And through everything that's happened, certainly in the last 30 years within the music industry, what we've always retained is our performing presence. And we always have been a band that's gone out there and performed, and our fans know that they're going to go and see a show that they're going to go away with it as a memory. Yeah. And that they're not going to be disappointed. And I think that's been the lasting power of this band. Yeah. Not just the songwriting, but the fact that we've become a band that could perform. I mean, the last tour that we did, the Delta Machine tour, we played to more people than we've ever played to around the world.
And how old are you?
How old am I now? I'm in my 50s. I'm 53.
You're in your 50s.
I'm getting on, I
You're
guess.
up there ripping your shirt off,
but up here,
sweating.
It's crazy. Up here, I don't know. I don't feel that much older than my daughter.
There are so many groups who spark memories for me. You know, English Beat, the Specials, the Smiths, Tears for Fears, so many of them.
Wow.
But when you think back to 1981, when you put that first Speak and Spell out, what kinds of emotions and memories does that evoke for you? Because I know there's been some rough patches in there too, but what does it?
Well, that was the beginning, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, you know, that first original lineup of what was Depeche Mode, you know, I mean, we kind of started fooling around together probably right at the end of the 70s, 79, something like that. But by the time we put out our first record, which, you know, in 1980, 81.
So you were in the clubs before?
Yeah, we were in the clubs and stuff like that. And that's where post-punk, you know, there was like this thing coming out of England where everybody began looking for something else before the punk thing was even over. So it was about 78, 77, 78. In England, that scene was dying already, and any band that was going to survive through that, i.e. the bands like The Clash and the Susie and the Banshees and the Damned, they had already kind of found their groove. They were already moving into a different direction. You know, so we kind of came out of that, and the idea that came out of that for us was that we were able to make music. What we took, the ethic we took from the punk scene was that it was about writing a good song, and how you got that across, you know, musically was with whatever you could do. And we found our niche in electronics eventually, because, you know, it was easy for us to put a little keyboard under our arm and jump on the train and go to a little club gig in London and plug into the PA system, and all I needed was a microphone and a drum machine, and we could get our music across. You know, so kind of, it still had that feeling of like get up and go and do it yourself punk ethic, but the music was evolving. When I think back to those times, honestly, it's really fond memories. And when I start thinking about it, the people that worked with us, the studios that we worked in, Daniel Miller from Mute Records, we were like a little team, a little gang. You know, he kind of took us under his wing, and, you know, and kind of taught us a lot of stuff that we still use today. So it doesn't seem that long ago to me now.
Yeah, that's good.
There's a lot of life in there in between, but, you know, making music is like, you know, it's not work really. It's a fun thing to do, and when you hit it, and when you really find that place, and you create something, as I know you know, there's nothing quite like it.